You're watching Fantasy Now Plus.
What is up, everybody? Happy Monday. We are right in the thick of it in May. The schedule is coming out in less than a week. This is the last best ball stream that we're going to have, not knowing the bye weeks, not knowing the schedule, not knowing weeks 15, 16, and 17. It's going to be a whole different conversation next time we're streaming. So we're going to kind of not get too much into that this time, because right now it's still just pure vibes. We're going off of what we feel and what we think and somewhat accepting what ADP is, but there's going to be some pushback for sure that we'll get into. As always, I'm your host, Tim Holstad. With me, Bryan Rockwood. Bryan, how are you doing?
You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm tired, but you know, it's been an eventful weekend, and went back to the gym this past few days, so I am tuckered out. But there's always enough energy, always enough time to queue up some Underdog and try to find the roster. There's one magic roster out there that we're gonna somehow navigate, find, and win a bajillion dollars. Well, I guess we're doing the puppy today, so win only a bajillion dollars.
Still 100,000 to first, but
Still, that's pretty dang good.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, John.
Correct.
Good evening.
What's up, John? Yeah, not doing Best Ball Mania. Want to, after that initial couple of weeks, it was really just, now let's let the schedule come out. Let's let things settle a little bit. Let's draft some of these other contests that are going to close a heck of a lot faster. And as you can see, the puppy is 54% full, and it's been open 2 weeks, if that. Like, crazy stuff. If you want to draft the puppy, if you want to draft 150 puppies, you better start right now. You better load up like 50 to 100 slow drafts and just accept that that's your life for the next 2 months. But if you want to do them fast, just start. I don't know if you can even get through 150 by the time it goes, but it's busy.
Hey, I always say, who needs sleep when the puppy's around?
Exactly. Don't worry, there will be more. There's the puppy 2 and the puppy 3 and the puppy 4.
I was gonna say, how many? I was like, I'm pretty sure last year they maybe on 5 puppies.
Yeah, they basically just keep releasing them. Obviously, the first puppy is the best because it has a much better prize than any of the ones that follow it. Ones that follow it are usually like 30K to first, 25K to first, stuff like that. But yeah, I want to say maybe puppy 5, puppy 6 last year, and the rate this is filling, it could be faster than that. Could be 7, 8, up to upwards of 10 if they really want to keep going. It's basically a bit at this point in best ball. It's not even. It's literally just like which numbered puppy final did I make? It's like, oh, I'm in the puppy 7. Sick. So we're gonna try and get into the puppy 1 final with these couple of teams tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and fire this up, and we can talk through things as we draft. But yeah, you see 100,000 the first. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I was in preparation for the show. I was trying to figure out what strategy can we even implement differently. Like how anti-chalk can we get and still have an advantage? And I don't really know at this point up until the schedule is actually released. So the first few rounds here might just be click, move on, and then start getting real into the weeds through, honestly, like rounds like 5 through 10 are probably like the most interesting bits to talk about.
Yep. I mean, it is a time box contest, and the main difference between a time box contest, meaning a contest that opens and closes in a shorter time frame than like your general best ball season would be. Best Ball Mania is probably going to be open till just about the time the NFL schedule kicks off. Usually closes 1 to 2 weeks before at the earliest, but as you saw, the puppy 1 is 54% full. Like, this could be done in the next week or two. So use that to your advantage. We are going to talk about it. We probably can talk about it depending on our draft spot. Chargers signed David Njoku. That changes the prices of both Aronde Gadsden and David Njoku. 54% of the field drafted their teams expecting Aronde Gadsden to be by themselves. How do you use that to your advantage? You can get Gadsden a lot later. You should have already taken David Njoku because he's rising up. Doesn't matter really what happens or why, he's rising. So things to consider. I have something on my screen. Okay. 103. Worst.
Sweet.
I really want those running backs, and you're just not going to get them. So
yeah, I think that was the only thing I thought of, in that prep I was talking about, was just, do we just like slam RB as much as we can before the schedule starts? And does that really matter? Like 103, you're absolutely right. That sucks because passing on Chase, Puka, or JSN in my book is just silly. But I guess, quote unquote, you could go hero wide receiver in that regard.
Yeah.
But man, not as fun as getting one or two there.
Yeah. Didn't we pull up McCaffrey to 3 in a DraftKings draft last week?
We sure did. Obviously that being a full PPR format changes things.
Yep.
But we did skirt JT, go CMC, and I still think that draft was fine. I actually kind of want to pull it back up because it would end up being pretty exciting. Yep.
Your Chase here over Puka.
I'm Chase here.
Okay. It's easy enough for me.
Yeah, like in general, it just feels like, when you think of the tier-based drafting, it just feels so much like worse if you do pull up JT or CMC in this format. Yeah, because they just aren't the same type of caliber. And I know it's so weird to say that, especially when Jonathan Taylor was like averaging 3 touchdowns a game last season for the first 6 weeks.
Basically, yeah.
But it just doesn't feel right, like from a game plan perspective.
I will say I can definitely do it over JSN. I'm well founded at this point. If you've watched our streams of saying that, like, I don't trust that offense this year. I really don't. Like, could they repeat everything? Like, sure. Are they likely to? I don't think so. So, like, JSN, I'm fine bumping down a few spots, and like Puka's being a clown. So, there's risk involved there that I think is relatively similar to, like, Jonathan Taylor. Is Daniel Jones back to being a pumpkin? We'll find out. And, Christian McCaffrey, his age starts with a 3 now, so he's obviously going to get hurt this year, right? Like, I think those risks are relatively well founded, and I do still think that Jamar Chase should be above all the other running backs besides Gibbs and Bijan, but I don't think that taking it CMC or JT at 4 is bad. I also have a very spicy take that I think Ashton Genty should be going higher than he goes. I think he should be in the mix with Taylor and CMC because we're into a good offense where, they have one passing weapon besides himself, and it's a tight end in Brock Bowers. They have a young quarterback that is going to dump off a lot, / they're going to run the ball a lot. And that's after Kirk Cousins plays, who's going to dump the ball off a lot and is going to run the ball a lot. Their team is going to be better in general, but like probably not fantastic. But like if their offense is even like good, like if it's like Seattle last year, like, and it's just instead of Ken Walker and Charbonnet vulturing each other, it's just Genty the whole time. I think I like that.
I dig it. I can see the path there for sure. And I think it is worth noting that Raiders O-line was beat up a ton. Okay, we're on the clock, so I'll say my thing next.
Bengals double stack?
But we're just talking. I know. I think we go Chase here and see if Bowers or McBride comes back. I really don't think they will, but I think that's actually probably towards our benefit.
They kind of have been. Like, usually Bowers has flipped McBride for some unknown reason, but like McBride has been falling before. I got him in the 3rd round in the only puppy I've done so far. So like, it's not impossible. And like, you feel great if that happens, but I also like any of these 2 wide receivers. I like AJ Brown, like feel pretty decent about it. So like, we're going to get.
Would you? Oh, well, never mind. I was going to just ask, if Jacobs comes back to go that way instead, but nope, immediately after Brock Bowers, Jacobs goes, then AJ Brown.
Unless he's double stacking tight ends, we're getting Trey McBride in the 3rd again. Like, Emeka Egbuka. Okay, that's a choice.
That's high.
Do we want McBride or does Collins or Pickens?
I want McBride. Okay. We have done so many late tight end builds.
We have.
And I think now is a time where we can start diversifying a lot here.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we lose Nico, we lose Olave, we lose Pickens, but that's fine. Like, I think can we not see exposure yet, or can I not navigate the Underdog app? I thought I could see them in some screen, but I struggled the other day.
Let's see here. Possibly. Okay, you can see my screen, so that's a good start. I want to say it's in live. It's not in live. That's weird. It's in results. That's from last year.
No.
You can
eventually.
You can on mobile. I don't know if desktop has it yet because it's new and they kind of cater to mobile a little bit faster than desktop, I've found. But
all right, let's see here. Let me go off to the side while we have 12 more picks to go through. It's really the only bad part about the bookends of the draft. It's killing the time.
That's okay. Lots of stuff to talk about.
Because I thought, all right. So I go to live here. I think I'm just awful at that. And I don't. What happened to my brain? I don't know how I became a 65-year-old, just like first-time best ball user. I shouldn't say that. That's disrespectful to the folks who are older than me who are still grinding out all these puppies.
They exist. Nothing too interesting. Devonta Smith is falling again, finally. Opening as a 2-3 turn pick was very aggressive for me, so I'm glad he's back more in like the 3-4 turn range.
I'm sorry, that was a late 3rd round for Devonta Smith? Goodness.
Yeah, 312 with Saquon.
I get it, because when you think about, him being the real number 1 now in make-believe land where AJ Brown is actually a Patriot.
Yeah.
Worth it.
It's Scattaboo here pretty easily for me.
Yeah. I go Scattaboo, and then if they come back, I'm happy with Monty. I'm happy with, honestly, probably Waddle. I go like Waddle or like Devontae Adams here. I'm assuming Montgomery goes.
Same, but yep, there he goes.
Yeah.
I also like Terry McLaurin just on the chance that you can get Jaden Daniels all the way back at the 6-7 turn. I don't love it. I don't hate Judkins.
I don't love it if we took Scattaboo.
Yeah,
because we are gambling now on 2 injured running backs. I'm okay with McLaurin, like, because I'm really tempted to start getting some Commanders players like on the cheap because I think they'll slowly rise in value as the summer goes.
Yeah.
So like right now, trying to get McLaurin, Jaden Stack feels good. I like picking up Antonio Williams in like the 13th, 14th round too.
Yeah. Yep. So
And right now we're
far,
pretty stable. What's it called? Even roster right now, which I like.
yeah, very balanced. Have gone wide receiver, running back, tight end, running back, wide receiver through 5. Jamar Chase, Chase Brown, Trey McBride, Cam Scattaboo, Terry McLaurin. What's nice is that even if the T. Higgins drafter takes Joe Burrow here, we have a chance of getting Jaden Daniels all the way back at 70. If they both go, we're not uber sunk. We have Scattaboo. We can take Jackson Dart and feel okay about that. So I think there's plenty of options still. Not feeling too scared about it. Something I wanted to ask, because I can't remember if we've talked about this or not, but like I think we did actually. I'll talk about it again. The Malik Neighbors price in the second feels wrong. Like I know that it's scared of injuries right now, and like that's fair, like totally valid, but like he's gonna be the 112 by the time Best Ball Mania closes, I think. Like as long as he's healthy and gonna play in week 1, like he's just a different caliber wide receiver than anyone else you get in the second round. Like the only guy that's even semi comparable is Drake London, and like Neighbors is better. He just is. So I don't know. I'm kind of like anytime you can get Malik Neighbors in the second, I feel like you should do it because I don't know how, especially in the later half, like I don't know how long he's going to stay there really.
It's a good point because like right now it's all risk, right? It's just the vibes are horrible. No one knows when he's actually come back. Like the news out of camp, I mean, this is all like just kind of. I guess I'll call Paul Pieces for now because it's a pretty dead time of NFL news cycle. But there isn't a lot of he's ahead of schedule. He is best shape of his life. All the real stupid things that the beat reporters like to say when the player's hurt but they're looking okay. You haven't really seen a lot of that, which is always worrying, and I get it. Like I do agree with you. I do think he should be up a little bit. I'm not sure if I'll see him in the first round though. I kind of feel that way, but Rashi Rice now.
Yeah.
Like I think Rashi Rice is like someone who should probably be like 202, 203 because of the fact that like yeah, we're gonna have to bank on Mahomes being healthy on the way back, but you know, being a QB, it's much less problematic to come back from a leg injury like that.
Which quarterback do we want to try and push around the turn, and which do we want to take now? So I think it'd be cool.
I want to push Burrow. I think.
Okay, we'll take Daniels.
I think, yeah. My thought is, I think Daniels is better to take unstacked. Yeah. Because it's a standalone value. So that way now that scares people from at least taking a QB, then we can kind of and I think if a QB goes, it's gonna be May. It's gonna be Drake May because of the AJ Brown draft, I'm pretty sure is right next to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually I think the AJ
on the other side, right?
No, he was the 12 hole. So I think he just got sniped. Yeah. So he just
oh my god, it's the angry.
Yep.
Wow. Sure.
I mean, unfortunately, it's also a thing of like some people draft like that just to make sure that our team doesn't get Joe Burrow. Yeah. Like, which, you know, you're trying to win. That's technically a fair thing to do. Wow.
Make other people lose.
Off. He should take Ramondre after having taken May. He does not. Do you want Ramondre, Pollard, Kraft, Addison, someone else?
My rank would be like Ramondre, Parker, Washington, Tucker, Kraft. I think Ramondre here of the running backs is going to be on a winning gist team. Like I do think like the Patriots are the best team of those running back teams.
Yeah.
So in my mind, that's the safest poll.
Yeah.
Like I know we like Tony Pollard based only on value, not much as a player, but really because he's a faller.
Yeah.
But I think right now things are changing. I think people are picking up that running back has to be on your roster. So anybody with a pulse and on a team that doesn't have a real like solid RB room will start taking shots here.
Yeah, and he pairs well with Scadaboo, who could miss some time or be slow out of the gate. We know Stevenson's probably going to have that job to start the year. We'll see if Henderson can actually like wrestle it away from him for good, or if it's just going to be a pure split, disgusting timeshare regardless. There's really not any difference between the upside of Stevenson and the upside of Henderson to me. Like, it's just Henderson is higher drafted and more explosive, but like Stevenson catches passes and he gets a lot of work and he gets the goal line work. So I don't know. I think they're about the same as far as like general upside is concerned. And I would much rather take Stevenson in the 7th than I would Henderson in the 4th or the 5th.
Yeah, that price tag is rough for Trev. But
he should be around RJ Harvey because they're the same bet.
It's like a little different though, right? Like because Henderson has way more like a chance to rip off a 60-yard touchdown than RJ Harvey. And like, you know, like I think that's still not enough to, I don't know, take him that early over his running back mate. But at the same time, like, you know, you are betting on like this team seeing how effective he was through like in the absence of Stevenson, that he has earned more carries. And I don't know, he did eclipse 1,000 yards, I believe. I think I checked this last time. I always forget. I should know this is my team. I watch them every week. But he surprised me because I'm pretty sure he was pretty dang close, if not hit it.
Yep.
911 yards rushing. So as a rookie.
Yeah, very close. I think we should go quarterback here if they get to us. We'll see if they get to us. Obviously, Dart is preferred because he stacks with Scadaboo. I don't mind Mahomes, though. He's very easy to backstack. You have Kelsey. You have Xavier Worthy.
I'm like starting to really love Mahomes in these drafts.
He's cheap.
And I think I'm going to get hurt for it. But yeah, the price you can't beat, man. Like, it's Dart.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hype up Mahomes, but like Dart is the correct choice here because like I know we have like 120 seconds here, but like pull up Mahomes' early season stats. Like, I don't know if you can see the game log on this page, but
no, he was the QB1. Yeah, he was the QB1 for a while there.
Mm-hmm. Like he had to do it all.
Yep.
I'll fan him. Yeah. Like I was gonna say, like I like Laporta here, and then you can like if you want to go a third QB, getting Goff in the back half isn't the worst. You can get like Goff and Tesla, or Josh Downs is probably the correct wide receiver here.
Let's go Downs, mostly because Goff goes right there, so like there's basically no shot he comes all the way back with the Amon-Ra drafter going twice. For sure. But also because we took Trey McBride, like that's a lot of investment in tight end early, which, you know, we can have this conversation because you kind of started it. Like I would have done for Harold Fannin because I think he's just like a different class of player. Sam Laporta coming off an injury, like I'm okay with it. Like I think he's a good pick at value, but I kind of prefer him as like my first tight end as an upside shot, and then you just tack on like two crusty guys later that are just going to play every week, and hope they carry you through the first few weeks of Laporta being slow off of injury. But like Harold Fannon's like a top 3 tight end talent wise for me in the NFL behind Bowers and McBride. Like, and I understand he's in Cleveland. This is a bad situation. It was bad last year. Like, and he did exactly what he did last year in a horrible situation. You could argue their offense might be better because it's under Todd Monken and like they're going to be healthy. They have 2 new wide receivers that could probably actually like separate and get open sometimes, as opposed to their wide receiver core that could never separate or ever get open. So like, I don't hate taking Fannin like with McBride because I think that that's just like a huge advantage at the tight end position of like, this is the 2. Either one of them can hit the flex any week and that's like totally acceptable. That's not going to sink my team. So I'm super in on Fannin, especially when he goes pick 96. Like he went 5 picks ahead of George Kittle. Like, no thanks. I'll take Harold Fannin.
That's crazy. Kittle's even still there.
I cannot believe that Goff is going to come back. Okay, he goes.
Oh, you jinxed it.
It was, well, we didn't take Laporta, so I was going to be mad. And it would have been pointless.
Yeah. The last thing I want to say, Fannin, real quick, is just he led the team in targets, led the team in receptions, led the team in yards, led the team in touchdowns in regards to receiving categories. So when you think about one of the real cheat code type of tight ends, like that is him for sure. Kenneth Gainwell, yes, I think. I've gone back and forth on this too for Kenny G because like how much was last year a byproduct of just Aaron Rodgers having a mushy shoulder throwing? Like, I mean, I shouldn't say that. He had a huge many Hail Mary passes. So Aaron Rodgers' shoulders and arm is fine, but I'm 0 for 2 on trying to make a point and then immediately putting my foot in my mouth. But anyway, I don't know. Ken the Gainwell. You know what I'm thinking. I don't know if he's real.
I don't either, but at this price, I'm willing to find out because I don't think anyone else in this range is real. Do you want a running back or do you want Shakir? And which running back?
No, I want a running back. Actually, I would game on Jonathan Brooks here.
Okay, so I think this can just be our last running back. To be honest, like this gives us Chase Brown, Cam Scatterbu, Ramondre, Kenneth Gainwell, Jonathan Brooks. Like you've got your 3 early guys in Brown, Ramondre, Gainwell. You've got your 2 come on later guys in Scatterbu and Brooks. Like feels like a comfy room to me. Like we can tack on a 6 later. We probably are only taking 2 tight ends. We, in theory, only need 2 quarterbacks. We can take a third, but I'm not reaching for one. So, like, we definitely can keep it open, but, like, I wouldn't be heartbroken if we left here with those 5 running backs either.
Yeah. So I put my hands over my face because I am now walking into the reason why you don't draft while, like, really tired. That should have been absolutely Rashad White there because of Jaden Daniels.
I mean, we have McLaurin. He's already stacked.
And then I also was thinking, oh, right, we have Chase Brown. That's so good. And we have Jamar Chase. And when we passed on Burrow, because I thought he would get back, and it really should have just been Burrow. But whatever, man. Right?
Here's the thing. We could have gotten Daniels and Burrow, which is what you're aiming for, is a super team. Daniels was definitely not coming back because he's a Konami code quarterback that you don't care if you stack. Burrow, you care incredibly if you stack. So the idea was let's push Burrow around the turn because there's no one to stack him with. And then the 12 hole just took him, or the 1 hole just took him because felt like it, or, isn't hip to stacking and just saw good QB at top of the queue. And that's all that mattered. And like, if that's the case, that's fine. We're not entitled to Joe Burrow. Like, you can draft whoever you want whenever you want to draft them. But yeah, like, I think it's fine. I think I think Chase and Chase Brown can have enormous games, and Joe Burrow can do nothing because he's a pocket passing quarterback. Like, you need Chase and Chase Brown and T. Higgins to all have like solid to good games for Joe Burrow to really like set himself apart from a scoring perspective. Like, Joe Burrow
Right.
to get you a 40-point week, he has to throw 6 touchdowns, like almost certainly. Like, it's not Josh Allen where you can just be like, oh, he was fine, but he ran for 3 touchdowns. Who cares? Like, Joe Burrow has to stack, and he has to throw for a lot of yards, and he has to throw for a lot of touchdowns. And that's probably going to Chase and Chase Brown if he's doing that. So, like, you're kind of just doing the stack without him, and that's fine. I would really like Omar Cooper.
Sure.
Yeah. I would really like Omar Cooper Jr. here. I see an unfortunate third quarterback, but we do have Josh Downs.
This would be something. Oh, okay, well, I think it's worth it, and I'll say it this way: we have fragile QBs in the sense of their real life health.
Let's add a third one. Dang it!
Why not, right?
He can't tear his other Achilles, right? He can't re-tear his Achilles. It's already gone.
Yeah, this is all. It's like, don't we have robotics down there now? That should be fine, right?
Yeah,
some steel beams.
My goodness, wide receiver got ugly fast.
Well, Jawan Jennings isn't bad. I know it's the wide receiver 3 on a Kylie Murray offense, so we'll see how relevant that gets.
Yeah. Would you do Jennings over Hunter?
Man, I don't. Oh God, like the only reason why. You know what? God damn it. I would actually go Hunter here because he's just a bet on the talent.
Yeah.
Buongiorno, hola. What's going on, Mike? How are you doing on this fine evening?
I almost said
we
Friday,
are in the
not Friday, Monday. Friday.
The wrong show.
Worst possible option. We also could have gone Chig there, but like, meh. Like,
oh right, he's on Washington too. Yeah, I needed. This should have been coffee. I'm drinking just hot water. This should have been. I needed some caffeine because the thing is firing on no cylinders.
Good Lord, 162 for Antonio Williams ADP.
Yeah, man. That's the bee's knees, don't you know? Third round wide receiver means you might as well throw up 800 yards and like 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, just like last year's third round wide receiver they drafted, Jalen Lane, who's still there. And
he's hanging out.
The third round wide receiver they drafted the year before that. I don't think Luke McCaffrey was third round, but still, they've just drafted the same player 3 consecutive years because they keep not working. And then they're like, why isn't this working? Let's do it again.
We are currently looking at a puppy. We're drafting a puppy right now, since we're trying to get our feet in here before they all fill out.
Yeah, because it's 54% full after 2 weeks, if that. So we're going strong. We've got the legend Pete Underzet in here drafting for us.
How, is Chigo Conco good though?
No, but Jaden Daniels is, and I think
Fair
that
enough.
makes up for a lot, to be honest. I would go Boston over any of them if he gets to us, to be honest.
Boston is such a weird player because he can be good, and we're just hoping that whoever has the unfortunate ask of being the starting quarterback for the Browns, like, can he get him the ball?
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
no, get Ayuk off of the queue, man.
What do you mean? He stacks with Jaden Daniels.
Oh God, how like real is that? Like, is Ayuk even going to?
He's certainly not a 49er. Also, there's absolutely no way that the 49ers keep him on that team. If they do, then that's just a clown franchise being clowny for no reason. But like,
just a disaster class.
Yeah. We're going to get sniped on Boston. I can feel it. And then we're going to have to make. Oh, we don't.
No.
Excellent. Denzel Boston. Welcome to the team.
Oh, Dylan Sampson, back-to-back Browns picks. Sure.
I mean,
love the McLaurin pick. I think it's all bounce back with the holdout behind him. Holdout players always get hurt. The other thing too with the holdout players is that they're missing all of camp, right? And so when they're not Chase level talent, and I'm sorry, Scary Terry, but you're simply not Jamar Chase. You don't really like get the same reps as you would if you were there the whole whole summer, right? So that happened with Ayuk too. I mean, that was like more freaky. He got hurt, I think, on a tackle. He got towards ACL and MCL and everything. So like that one was more unfortunate. But like, McLaurin being a little older and missing out on those reps, that wasn't really an awesome recipe for success out of the gate.
Yeah. Do you have a preference between the two olds?
I guess it's Ayuk. Because
listen, we're never going to take him unless we have Jaden Daniels to stack it with.
And yeah, and like, same thing with Mike saying here, like having greater than 0 shares is fine and probably preferred, right? So, like if he is our 6th or 7th like wide receiver, that's actually pretty fine. Yeah. I think he's exactly our 6th. So like
he's a 15th round pick. Like these guys are mostly all zeros anyways. Like they're not going to contribute to your lineup. We know Brandon Ayuk can contribute to your lineup if it's even 80% of what he used to be. Same with Deebo Samuel. If he gets on a team that you like and he's somewhat competent, like as long as he doesn't just like become like DeAndre Hopkins on the Titans, where it's just like, oh God, like it's gone, like talent gone, just everything's gone. As long as it doesn't do that, and it absolutely could, probably more with Deebo than Ayuk, but like if it doesn't, like that's great production in the 15th round that you are not getting from, Trey Harris, Elijah Surratt, Isaac Tesla, like Jerry Jeudy. I don't think those guys have that kind of ceiling, like respectfully.
No. And what's my biggest thing about a draft, like in my like drafting brain, I'm like, man, there's always gonna be a playable player back here, but like there's not. We have taken over 100 players before this round, right? So like, I don't need to find the next wide receiver 2 on a real team. So like taking shots here is going to turn out probably more beneficial, and there's no risk, right? So I need to kill that part of my brain that always says like, no, this has to be a player who can put 6 to like 10 points maybe every week.
And like, the biggest trap in best ball is once you get to this round and you just start clicking rookie after rookie after rookie, and it's like upside. Rookies don't hit their upside that much. Like these guys are not going to hit their upside. You're lucky if one of them hit their upside. They're probably not. Like Singleton's probably the RB3. Emmett Johnson's probably the RB3. Kaytron Alley's probably the RB3. Mike Washington's an RB2, but he's behind like one of the guys. So like he essentially doesn't exist. Like Chris Bell's probably not even healthy, going to be on the worst offense in football. Like I would much rather have Brandon Ayuk in a 15 pick difference. Like I just would. I'd much rather have him than Surratt. Like Surratt could be nothing. He probably is nothing. I love Flournoy.
Flournoy. Yeah, where are we at with Tyreek Hill though? Of all the free agents
not
that
on the same team as Brandon Ayuk. Maybe a different draft.
I like Flournoy here.
Okay.
He came up kind of I don't know where's the right answer, but he was shocked me with how relevant he became towards the back half of the year when CeeDee Lamb was hurt, and they stuck around.
Yeah, this is something that Eric Beimfor from Spike Week has been talking about a lot. Is like Flournoy did it not only when Lamb was hurt, because like that's great. He did it when Lamb and Pickens were both healthy and on the field. He had a spike game where he was the wide receiver 1 over both of them.
Yeah, he is kind of a interesting name to always highlight towards the back of these drafts. Like I think it was the Vikings game, yeah? No, Detroit. He went 9 for 13, 115 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah. That's my 3. I don't know if you have a preference out of those 3.
Muth, I think, because right now our tight end room is just dark.
McBride.
It's just McBride, and so with McBride, like, do you think like you just want to go 2 tight end?
Yeah. Here's the thing.
What are we at? What round are we even in right now? We're in 17.
We have
also
one
more pick.
Yeah, we have one more pick. Here's the thing about McBride. I understand that there's a lot of scary stuff attached to this. It could be Carson Beck in the money weeks. We don't know. If it is Carson Beck, that means Jacoby Brissett has been like god awful, or the team has been god awful. The team was god awful last year. They picked 3 overall. Everyone's just like, their offense is going to be terrible. And I'm like, is it? Are we sure about that? It was never it was terrible with Kyler. That's when it was terrible. It was never terrible with Brissett. The reason that everything went haywire with Jacoby Brissett is purely because they were on their running back 4, 5, and eventually 6 on the season. They were down James Conner. They were down Trey Benson. They were down Michael Carter at points. They were down Amari DiMarcado. Like, they had literal just random dudes. I think, I don't remember his name. He's like a practice squad guy that used to be on the Rams, Corey Kiner or something. He was an active running back for this team by the end of the season. Like, I understand that things were just kind of laughably bad for the Cardinals, and that's not to say that it won't continue to be, but like, they have 4 legitimate running backs on this roster now. That's not happening again. Their offensive line is still fine. It's bad, but it's not getting worse. Like, they did upgrade it in theory. They tried anyways. We'll see if the picks and the signings are actual upgrades or not. But like, Brissett's competent, and McBride is still the clear one. He's the clear one. That's why he's a 2nd or 3rd round pick. Like, we can debate Michael Wilson versus Marvin Harrison Jr. till we're blue in the face, and we probably will all season long. But like, Trey McBride is the guy, and he's going to be the guy regardless of who the quarterback is. If it's Minshew, great. He loves to dump off. If it's Brissett, great. He loves to dump off. If it's Carson Beck, he's a rookie. He's going to dump off. Like, I'm not worried.
Wow, I forgot Gardner Minshew is there.
Yep.
What about Kendrick Bourne?
He's also there. Yeah. he's a okay. Tyreek Hill in the 18th round, I'm interested in.
As the very last pick, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Like, we have enough adults in the wide receiver room that like, he went. Unfortunate.
I would say, never mind. I thought that said Mike Washington. I was like, yeah, take that, but it was Malik Washington. Take Ted Hurst, baby. Take our boy. Why not?
Theodore Hurst.
I also like taking Brazel late too. If like my wide receiver room's like safe enough.
Yeah.
He like just like compels me.
Which is
because
funny.
He's so much like a more of an interesting wide receiver than Xavier Legette.
Yeah. I mean, he basically is Xavier Legette. He just didn't get drafted in the 1st round and have all these expectations on him.
Well, the real difference is that he actually produced outside of his final year in college, and he wasn't a 5th-year senior.
True, but not on the right side, only on the left. Do you remember that stat? I think it's
for Brazel. It was like only on the right side of the formation. That's Tennessee, man.
He ran 98% of his routes on the right side of the formation. He ran 1 route in his senior and 1 route in his junior on the left side, or flipped. I don't remember which one it is, but like, again, doesn't matter. That's not predictive. I looked, trust me. Once I heard the stat, I was like, does that mean anything? No, not that we can tell. It just means Tennessee, like you said.
Just an absolute Mickey Mouse organization. And I didn't realize he was truly just a Derek Zoolander of wide receivers. Mm-hmm. He just couldn't turn right. He can't be on the left side of the field.
Yep. Alrighty, folks. That's the first draft in the books. Finished with a 3-5-8-2. Jaden Daniels, Jackson Dart, and Daniel Jones at quarterback. What could go wrong? Chase Brown, Cam Scattaboo, Ramondre Stevenson, Kenneth Gainwell, and Jonathan Brooks at running back. A little thin, but not scary, weirdly. Wide receiver, Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, Josh Downs, Travis Hunter, Denzel Boston, Brandon Ayuk, Ryan Flanoy, Ted Hurst, and Trey McBride and Pat Fryermuth at tight end. Wide receivers a little scary. I'm not going to lie, it's a little scary.
Yeah, that's it looked better in the first 5 rounds when things looked very even. Like we had a pretty well balanced roster, and I think we kind of, like I mentioned, between rounds 5 and 10, that was where the money gets made. We just got. I actually want to say like we got more unlucky than anything else.
Yeah, like right here, like Worthy much better pick, Godwin much better pick to me at least than Downs. Like we just kind of got boxed out of like all the wide receivers that we could stomach. It was basically between Downs and Pearsall, and I feel about the same for both of them. Like they both have a lot of risk. So like, you know, we also got sniped on Pittman because I was really going to want him in the 10th, and then he went 1 pick before, so we kind of had to like last second pivot to Gainwell. So yeah, just kind of things fell against us a couple times at wide receiver in like the mid rounds where things got a little less fun, but like, you know, there's no guarantee that Michael Pittman is like wildly better than Denzel Boston. There's just not. We think so. That's why we're taking him earlier, but we don't know.
And can everyone, I mean, we can't all be right? Consensus isn't always correct. We're going to miss some guys, so maybe we're all wrong on Boston. Maybe we are the real sharps here, getting the value a couple rounds later.
Alrighty. Let us hop into a second puppy here. Get that rolling.
Let's get another dog.
I haven't even looked at what other contests we've got. We've got a super flex. Oh boy. Oh no.
That I might do one of those before you hop on stream for it, because maybe we just go. No, I shouldn't say. Let's get another puppy in here, because I don't know how fast Field General is gonna fill up. I think other people are scared too.
It's popular. It's also just the cheapest in the lobby, so it's just gonna fill up in general, and people are gonna find out the hard way that it's super flex. So yeah, we'll go with a puppy for now. Waiting on 7 people. Let's see.
Here's a question for you, actually. In the event that it was super flex, so say we did this right now, would you still go like Josh Allen for 101?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I would too, but
because here's the thing. We can look at it since we're still waiting. They get rid of one of the wide receiver spots to make room.
Is it flex and super flex?
Yeah. So
okay.
Yeah. 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 super flex, 1 flex, 1 tight end, 1 quarterback, 12 bench. So it's also 20 rounds instead of 18. And yeah, they basically, so wide receiver like really loses its value, and quarterback really increases, obviously, and then running back really increases because, you know, because you only need 2 wide receivers, like it feels a lot easier to like fill the flex with a running back anyways. And usually the only reason that we're not drafting like 30 straight running backs is because, you know, you have to start an extra wide receiver versus running back right now, even though it is half PPR. So like it somewhat balances itself, but here it's like, probably just quarterback and running back. And then you just tack on like the last 6 to 8 rounds are just a bunch of like mid-range wide receivers, and you just hope to hit every week. Like that's probably how I would draft Superflex.
That seems pretty similar how I would approach it. Maybe I like flip on wide receivers and running backs, but like,
which is probably
I mean that's also draft dependent, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If we weren't so tired and it wasn't so late, I'd say let's do it as a third, but we'll hold off.
Hey, by the way, I don't see our name on the thing. Oh no, we were actually 8. Never mind. I was joking. I thought we had like the 12 or something.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
you're good.
Oh my god.
Puts us in an interesting spot. What's up?
No, just the fact that like I can't read good.
Oh, it's it's late for you.
It's funny, like I used to be such more of a night owl. Like I really truly like, all right, my brain starts to function at 11:30 p.m. Like that's when I'm like, all right, time to do all my chores.
Yeah.
That has since pivoted on its head, and now I'm like, yeah, 10 o'clock is this is a perfect time for me to pick up a book, not read any of it, and then just close my eyes.
That's the dream.
I think one of the New Year's resolutions I said was let's read more books, right? As everyone does.
Yeah.
We're now in May, and I finished half of a book, which was completing a book. So that one counts, but I did read most of it last year.
Yeah. I'm mostly just audiobooks at this point. My brain has gone down the drain as far as like actually reading words on the page and like staying engaged with it. So I have to listen to my books now.
Hey, you know what? It's actually not your fault. I blame everything else. I blame. Oh, let's.
I'm sorry. Did Mari and Hampton go 107?
He sure did. I was gonna say let's put money where our mouth is and put Genty up here. No. All right. I won't push you that much. Let's go JT. I don't think we picked him that much.
Yeah. Like if things had gone chalk and it was Genty or the wide receivers, then I'm down. But like when fallers fall, you just kind of take them.
Lamb at 6 is early, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's usually at like 108 after the running backs. So I guess they decided they did not want to go running back in the first round, which like, and now Barkley goes 111. This is an interesting draft. I like this room. This could present some opportunities.
Okay. Let's see it. We got some of the DK guys came over to the Underdog for the puppy.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting one of these three, and I'm skipping to the bank.
I think in order, if it's Genty, I'll be stoked. I know between Ken Walker, Malik Neighbors. Well, all right. Now I get to. I'll hold my tongue for a second. All right. Well, I would probably lean towards Ken Walker here. I know you're very excited about Malik Neighbors, but because of what I've seen in these drafts, I think K3 is better here.
The third round wide receivers like feels a lot better. Like I'm not against Breece Hall and ETN, but like I would much rather click Devonta Smith, Chris Olave, Tet McMillan, T. Higgins, frankly, even AJ Brown if he falls. So like, and again, the room's doing kind of weird stuff. So
we're allowed to do some weird stuff too. Yeah, because that one had been 4 in a row, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah. That's a lovely start. I mean, the dream is to get Chase and Neighbors, honestly. Like that's like Chase Neighbors and Bowers or McBride in the third, and you're just like giggling.
Underdog actually then has to look at the draft to make sure it's not not fudged.
So like I understand getting unique to some extent. Kyron Williams at the 210. What is going on in this room? I understand going unique and like pairing 2 second-round guys together just to like have combos that don't exist. Do it at the 12 hole. Don't do it at the 107. Like you don't need to reach at the 107, especially like that's a clear reach by like basically everyone's measures of this. Like Hampton usually goes at the 207, not the 107. So like even if I would rather he had done London at the 107 and like Hampton at the 2-6. Like obviously it's the same thing, but it's just the principle of like, Hampton was going at the 1-2 turn for a while, so he's probably paired with most of these running backs and wide receivers already. I just like, if you're gonna get weird, get really weird. Why did Abuka
like
go
that.
in the third round again? What is going
We
on?
missed. If this like, not that we had the backseat of the drafts, but like if that Chase drafter went like Rashee Rice, like I feel like that starting would be incredibly great.
Yeah,
Or
Rice Bride. Woof.
like what? Love at the 304. Oh no, sorry, I thought I was meant to do Price. Sorry again. God damn.
Still though, Love at the 304. Like,
It's okay.
I don't know.
It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, we're not going to get anyone fun. That's annoying. Do you want running back or wide receiver here?
I want to go wide receiver, and I think it wants to be Olave. Maybe
Works for me.
there's a man. Yeah, no, I'll stick with it. I'm just thinking through. All right, like we had the opportunity to just hammer running back here and just go like Travis Etienne, and then be locked in with 3 running backs that will probably always hit our roster, which means like our later wide receiver picks don't have to need to hit the flex spot.
Yeah.
But like, power level on the wide receivers here just feel too good.
And like Bucky and Cam are going to be there in the 4th most likely, and I feel good about them. Just about as good as I do Breece Hall and Achane in the 3rd, to be honest with you. Like a little bit more risk, but like upside pretty similar, I would say. Or Achane
for sure,
all the way back. That'd be fun. Let's do that.
That'd be perfect.
I think they're going to
something happen. Do I have to now Google news?
But I mean, again, this is how you have to play the game. You have to build super teams. You have to build teams that are somewhat unique and hard to draft otherwise. And that means taking risks sometimes. Sometimes it's getting lucky, but sometimes it would be very hard to pass up on T. Higgins in the 4th, though. Boy, would it.
I would agree. If he doesn't go, then I would.
He goes.
Yeah, boo.
Do you like Ladd over the running backs? Or do you like the running back? Or Javonte, actually. He just kind of...
he went. Boo. I was probably going to say, just select Javonte.
That was my order.
I think this is a good order. I think Bucky presents a lot of unique upside, but, there's a concern about his play time. I don't think there's really too much to worry about if he's there week 1.
I think he has more playtime upside than he had last year, and we were taking him in like the 2nd round last year. I was wrong, but that was mostly wrong due to injury. We don't really know how that was going to play out. It seemed like he had the job for the most part before he got injured. He just got injured really fast, and it was a lingering injury all season. But we always knew that Rachaad White was going to mix in and be annoying. Like that was part of the plan. We knew that there was a chance that Sean Tucker would mix in and be annoying. That was part of the plan. We were still taking him in the 2nd round. Is he not good? Less likely. I mean, he is a 5th round pick, 4th round pick.
I think 4th round.
There is still some inherent oops, he actually wasn't good and it was kind of fluky risk, but that's kind of a low risk to me. The eye test said he was good for me, so that's kind of what I would trust more than anything. And it should be a good offense when every single wide receiver and running back isn't getting injured on alternating weeks for them and they have actual continuity. Again, it's the NFC South. we're building a little bit of an NFC South thing here with Olave. Like the defenses are not good on any of these teams. So QJ.
Now we could take QJ.
Yeah.
I would like Judkins here.
Or Price. QJ goes. You like a wide receiver better than Price?
I like Rome better than Price.
Works for me.
So,
or do you want Lamar? We can wait.
No, I want Rome. I don't. It feels bad to not have any pieces of Lamar. I feel like I'm like very small exposure to Lamar, and I don't know if that's just because his price is so bad in the terms of like you have to pick more relevant players over him to keep your roster like afloat.
I think we took him very early in pre-draft best ball a couple times, if I remember correctly, because I think he was a 5th round pick at that point, like very firmly a 5th round pick.
Yeah,
he's kind of like, I guess he's very firmly a 5th round pick here as well. And Jaden Daniels just went at 59. Alrighty, this is a quarterback hungry room, so that's fun.
Yeah, I mainly wanted to try and get a piece of Caleb here with Rome. Like I think that'd be good, and then also the running backs usually go kind of late, so we can pick up like Monangai or Swift. But I think Swift actually might already be gone.
Yeah, Swift is like an early 5th round pick in this environment. I do like Watson a lot, even over Caleb, but that's the only guy I would cape for over Caleb at this point.
And then we're going to be another 7 picks afterwards. And I just want to make sure we get Shuck. I think.
Yeah. Well, we should get Shuck. We're not getting Caleb if we pass on him because the Loveland drafter is behind. Okay.
Yeah.
He goes.
Doesn't matter anyway. Wait.
Unstacked.
They're going for who then? Okay. Well, Christian Watson I like a lot. I mean, we can go Jordan Tyson to double Saint stack, but that seems
I'm good on that. That might be too strong a bet on the Saints. I love Shuck more than most people at this point, but not that much. Definitely not that much. But I mean, like, yes, we get sniped on Caleb for no reason. He literally passed on Burrow so that he could just take Caleb unstacked.
Interesting.
Sure.
Well, again, we don't know what's going to go on with our chase drafter here.
Yeah.
Will they do the correct thing?
Even still, like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to pretend to understand. But yeah, I mean, like, we could take Mahomes if he's there at like 89. Like we were talking about it in the last draft.
Yep.
Jackson Dart is still always a Konami code quarterback that feels fine taking at 80 or at 89. With Watson, we now have Jordan Love, and he feels fine in like the 9th or 10th round. So quarterback's not super scary yet. It could get there though. We may have to reach, but also almost every team behind us is just like has at least one quarterback already. So
it feels harder. It feels crazier to see them pick a third quarterback this early, but especially like you said, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like how close are we at Shuck and ADP here?
Not even.
Okay.
We haven't even hit like Dak, Lawrence, Herbert, or Dart yet.
Got it.
We don't need to go quarterback here. Parker's interesting to set up Lawrence. Addison's interesting to set up Kyler. We could attempt to giga stack the Packers with Kraft here, Reed on the way back, and then get Love. Oh, Kraft goes.
There goes Kraft.
Do you want Parker and then see if Lawrence comes back?
I do. I think I want to do that. Like the Addison stack is interesting as well. Behind the curtain, I know I traded for Parker Washington. Yeah, rather you sent me an offer with Parker Washington.
Sure did.
And I thoroughly enjoyed that because, yeah, I just think he is like, barring any sort of like true Travis Hunter ascension, like I think he is their wide receiver 1 at this stage in the game. And that's the gamble, right? That's just my take. I've just seen enough where BTJ is now kind of a 50-50, not like a 50-50 ball guy, but he's a 50-50 type of player where he either can be elite or he just disappears.
Yeah.
Parker Washington has been relatively consistent for the past 8 weeks. So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to see. And honestly, with a second-year coach, second-year offense, we'll see. Come on. I guess that's got to be a different.
I could feel them doing that. Yeah. I mean, we're going to get a very good running back value here if we want. We could also take Dart or Mahomes. I still like Fannin or Herbert.
I would go Fannin over one of these running backs, I feel.
Even Pollard?
Even
I feel like we could be done if we take Pollard and just be done at 4.
And we do get a true starter.
True. Do you want Fannin?
No, take Pollard.
Okay. He was a major ADP fall. His ADP was 76 and we got him at 89. Generally, that's what you're supposed to do, especially in like a time box contest like this, where like getting Pollard that late's kind of rare. Whether that actually plays out or not, I don't know, but just like large data sample over time, like that's technically the correct move to make. So we'll see how that plays out. We can still tack on a 5th, but like I'm okay if we only took those 4 and then we were just done.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, it's a really hard sell to say we should reach on this player versus pick up the faller, right?
Yeah.
Just from a pure value standpoint. So I was not emboldened enough to say, no, we have to reach on this guy, despite the fact that we're talking about him so much last draft.
Yeah. Something tells me we're going to get sniped on Love by the craft drafter here at 103, which means Shuck is probably our first quarterback, which feels not great. Well, he also has Tyson, so he's probably sniping us on one of them. I don't know which one. As long as both of them are there at that pick, we should be fine, but we're also on like a giga quarterback run.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. Can we get 6? Can we see 6 QBs here?
Please no.
Who would it even be? It would be it'd be Dak.
It'd be
Bo Nix.
Yeah, Nix.
All right. Ricky Pearsall.
Off Kyler. We can also take Kyler unstacked. I'm okay with that. It's not great.
Bo Nix.
Yeah. Fannin's still there.
I didn't want to jinx it. I was going to say, if Fannin's there, do we just throw it all out the window?
We're going to get
Stack Cleveland Brown.
So boxed out at quarterback if we go Fannin. It's going to be so tempting, though. And it might happen. We'll see.
Please, someone take him. Help us.
If we somehow lose all 3 of those guys, then I guess Kyler would be our break glass in case of emergency quarterback. He's not coming back around because the Jefferson drafter is at 12. All right. Who you taking, buddy? Taking Love or you didn't take either of them?
Kyle Pitts. We get both, I think, maybe. If things I think we take Love first.
Yeah.
Because I think Love
passing on Fannin twice. Woof. Don't love it. But we need quarterbacks so bad. So bad.
Go back to the board again. We're not going to get Fannin on the way back, but I was curious to see if we had a chance to. If he's taking Goff, that's the Amon-Ra drafted, right?
Reed's right here, so he would have taken Love almost certainly.
Okay.
He's not. Yeah, he is the Amon-Ra drafter.
Okay.
Yeah, Fannin goes.
There's Fannin.
That is an excellent value for them. Like Shuck could go unstacked. He should take. Yeah, he takes Kyler, which is what I expected. Olave, Tyson's on this side. But again, Shuck is one of those quarterbacks where I'm like, I wouldn't be shocked if someone took them unstacked, especially the guy who took Caleb Williams instead of. So he stacked Goff with Amon-Ra. He took Caleb instead of Burrow to stack with Higgins. I'm so confused. I wonder if it was a misclick. It
That
could have
feels more likely at this point.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of bummed this other person took Golden.
Same. Okay. We get Shuck. Nice and simple. Take our medicine. Not going to play around with it. I was going to say we could take Baker as like an emergency quarterback too if Shuck had gone off the board. Because Baker is backstackable with our lovely Theodore Hurst and Jalen McMillan.
Where's Godwin going?
High. Not 101.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Not a price I would pay. I don't think I've ever brought him up in any of our streams. Just like,
wait,
he could just be dust. Unfortunately. I don't think so, but he could be. Oof. That Godwin drafter got sniped on Baker.
That is tragic. I was just thinking Jaden Higgins. That feels like a interesting pick here. I know it's probably a correct value, but
I guess when you go Josh Allen, like you don't really care how good your quarterback 2 is because they're probably very rarely
just never hitting the roster.
He's probably just like, yeah, I'll take CJ Stroud in the 11th or the 12th and be totally fine with that. Which like fair. Yeah, it's probably why he didn't go Love. He probably was like, if Love or Shuck get back to me in the 10th, I'll take them. And they didn't. We were fighting for the same people. So, yeah. I like kind of regret passing on Fannin, but I also am just like, I don't know what would feel better at this point. Having Fannin and only Shuck or having Love and Shuck and we still have 0 tight ends through 10 rounds.
I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. It is a huge bummer for sure because we really like him. But
we are entering the tight end window of just everywhere, and like they're all fine. I think we pass on Gadsden for now.
Yes,
let him fall. But like Ferguson, Andrews, Kincaid, likely Goddard, they're all fine by me.
Where is Njoku going right now?
Still late.
Not already gone.
No, not at all. He's like,
yeah.
I think he went in the 17th in our last draft. Still, like he's not really moving up at all. And Gadsden didn't really
today.
Yeah, but I mean, these drafters, if they want to push, they push. Any preference out of these 3 tight ends, or do you like any of the running backs here better than those tight ends?
No, I want a tight. I want a tight end. I think Mark Andrews is good. Cool. I think trying to go back to the old well.
Yeah. Sorry, Lamar Drafter. We just sniped the crap out of you, and that's okay.
We're allowed to snipe. We're allowed to be.
I guess he had hurt as well, so he was getting one of the 2. He's probably hoping you got both of them, but that's a fun quarterback room.
I know. It's a tough one because you only get one of their scores. But at least you're always having an elite score.
Yep. See, like Gadsden's not falling at all past ADP. That's where his ADP is. It's like 126. Malik Willis. I probably would have considered him at 137, but wasn't too pressed about it. Still like Kincaid. Any of the wide receivers interesting over Kincaid? Shakir, Shaheed, Cooper, McMillan, Diggs, Jennings.
Not particularly. Like Sadiq is fun. I feel like if we wanted any rookie upside, Sadiq is kind of the one that would fit on our roster here. Yeah. I think there's also a fun thing for Cooper. I know that was a name that you were hovering quite a bit last draft, but we got sniped here.
Yeah.
I don't know if Shaheed is worth it, but he could be, and that's why it's always so tempting.
Well, he's gone, so.
Yeah, well.
I
like Sadiq just as a high upside play.
That's fine.
But Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. I mean, like, it's the last call for like okay starting quarterbacks, but also like we don't have the stack on any of them. We'd have to back stack, and it's like, I can just tack on Aaron Rodgers or Geno Smith or Jacoby Brissett late and be okay with my life in that scenario.
Exactly. Like we also have JT, so if we really wanted to, we could take Daniel Jones.
I don't think he makes it past the one whole drafter that only has one quarterback still.
You don't know that. They made it this far with that one. What's another 2 rounds, huh?
Their only quarterback's Brock Purdy. He is at least double stacked, so there's an attempt at happening. I just like, every time I talk about George Kittle, like, you're with me, right? Like, his price is crazy. It's so very high.
Way too high.
He's not playing. Like, and if he is, he's going to be awful.
Oh, Mendoza. See, you thought there's no more QBs left. The draft are one.
He has Bowers. That makes sense. Early, but makes sense.
But back to Kittle. Yeah, like Kittle's almost like on my do not draft board. Yeah. Like there's very small windows where I'd ever draft Kittle, and he will never be at that price point. Like he'll never be like the 13th, 14th round.
That's still too high. There are still tight ends on the board I'd rather have. Like, I'd still rather have Kincaid. I'd rather have Brenton Strange. I'd rather have Chig. We probably should have left our tight end 2 to be Juwan Johnson to stack with Shuck, but we're silly geese, so whatever. Like, I think Hawkinson's the line for me, because that's where it's just like, oh, they're the same player. It's just which one's more washed. Probably Hawkinson.
Sadly.
Yeah. Daniel Jones actually does, in theory, almost come all the way back. He's gone. Never mind.
Ow. Bryce.
I like Cooper and Diggs more than Juwan Johnson, personally. Any thoughts?
We're double stacking. I like Cooper here.
We already have Sadiq, so we'd be double stacking Jets, which does open up Geno.
If you want a third quarterback, this is the angle, and they're gonna be a weird offense.
I can think of.
I did do the stack. I think I pulled up. Oh no, I did this crazy weekly winners back stack with Geno Smith and Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah,
and that was disgusting. But no, the idea being that's at least 2 players who could randomly boom. Like Adonai catches one deep bomb and Geno throws 2 touchdowns, and they both break my lineup. So
the 11 hole might pull Geno way the heck up here because he's the Garrett Wilson drafter and he only has Daniels and Willis. So I don't know. Do we push Geno if he gets to us, or do we just take him above ADP and just lock up the third quarterback?
I think the correct thing to do because of our 2 draft picks is to reach and take Geno. Like, I think pushing might be too risky because we're talking about that 101 drafter who only has Mendoza and Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
They'll probably want another QB that's actually starting in the first 6 weeks. Like maybe he takes Kirk, and that feels like a waste.
But man,
it's really gross.
Especially over Diggs and Juwan Johnson.
You know what? I'm talking myself out of it. Geno Smith's never going to crack our roster. I don't think Geno Smith will ever be our scoring QB. So I think like Diggs is better here. I was going to say pick Juwan Johnson, but I think Diggs is probably going back on the Patriots. This is a worthwhile player. And look, if Geno comes back, then maybe we can think about it.
He might. I mean, Brissett is above him by ADP. Like Aaron Rodgers, ADP hasn't jumped up high enough yet. Like he's also viable in the next round. I think he'd be totally fine as a third click. We love smashing the Jeremy Bernard, Pat Fryermuth button late. Like it's basically all of our teams have one of those two players late, and usually Aaron Rodgers. Listen, I know that 3 quarterback is probably better. I just don't like taking 3 quarterbacks in like the first 10 rounds. Like it just feels gross. I'm sorry. I would rather draft other positions when only one of these guys is ever going to hit my lineup. It's just how it is. Like I would rather take the gross old late guys late and stack up my other positions, because quarterback 8 through quarterback 24 are all within like 2 points per game of each other. Like they're all the same guy. Like they're all the same guy.
Exactly the point I was about to make. Like the difference between them all, negligible. Really doesn't matter. And it's proven like over year. Like, you know, what is truly the difference between like, you know, it just doesn't matter.
Yep. I feel like we recovered pretty well. Getting Cooper and Diggs in the last 2 rounds has made the wide receiver room feel a lot better than I was feeling about it.
With it, which is why I feel like going earlier RBs like we did is the play, right? Because it's either who was that? Mike Washington or Stephon Diggs. Yeah, I'll take Diggs.
Yeah. Like Algier would have been fine, but like Diggs versus Algier straight up over in points, like I would probably lean Diggs. Like unless he just gets like shadow realmed, but like it feels unlikely. I think it's just Geno. We get him back.
I think we take Geno now. Yeah. Now's the time.
Like that feels great. Quarterback is set. We're double stacked on Jets. What could go wrong? I think we probably do. Okay. Samson, if he comes back, is a auto click for me at running back. Outside of that, like
it ain't great.
Like Katron Allen, like ish, but not really. And like Braylon Allen, I don't want 3 Jets, so no.
And that's too many people from New Jersey. You do not want that many people on the same roster.
Kalen Black, we don't even know if he's the backup. Sean Tucker is definitely the 3rd string. Like, ew. It's Samson or nothing at running back for me.
I mean, I wouldn't totally ignore Kamara, but yeah, only because we're this far back, right? Like,
and we've already got 2 Saints in Shuck and Olave.
Right.
That's fair. Well, we get Samson, so it doesn't matter.
Woo.
Deal. He's gonna play a lot. Like even when Judkins is healthy, like this is a new coaching staff, and I think they're just going to be like, "Oh, Samson's just like an entirely different skill set than Quinshaw Judkins. Let's play him. Let's use him."
Justice Hill got a lot of run last year with Monken.
Yep.
Which is just horrible thing to say, but like, you know, he was like a startable asset in some leagues.
Yep. We should probably go 3 tight ends, but like these 2 aren't the worst to only have 2 tight ends for.
And would have really loved Juwan Johnson.
Yeah. I think it's either 1 tight end, 1 wide receiver, or just 2 wide receivers to close it. Just depending on.
I want to see who's close here.
Stowers, we can hit the Fryermuth button. That's basically it at tight end. I mean, Dulcich, I guess, ish. Now that Njoku is not a Dolphin, Dulcich becomes more interesting. Unless they just bring back Jonnu, which would really suck.
That would be tragic. That'd be so annoying.
Yeah. I don't hate Tank Dell this late either. Branch.
I like Zachariah Branch, yeah.
Surratt. We could triple stack the Jets. What could go wrong? Press the Ted Hurst button. Bryan, Purcell, Fields, Jacoby Lane. There's just so many more wide receivers late. Like Rashad Bateman definitely just like has a job, right? Like he's just going to start over both of these rookies at least to begin with, and possibly the whole season. Like, sorry, folks.
No, you can't tell them that it's too early in the preseason to really crush the hopes and dreams of the 4th and 6th round picks of Surratt and are they both like 4th, 5th?
2nd and 4th.
Okay.
Just no one likes Lane.
Wait.
Yeah.
Jacoby Lane was a 2nd round pick?
Yep, I think. Receiver or tight end?
You what do we have for receivers? I'm gonna go try the button. Break glass in emergency for Pat Fryermuth.
Yeah, especially with Sadiq. Like that could be a slow start.
I know we hovered Stowers, but my big concern was just that, right? Having both of the high capital tight ends was like kind of scary for me.
Lane has no news. That's not helpful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jacoby Lane was a late 2nd round pick. Possibly very early 3rd, but I'm pretty sure late 2nd.
I did do all this. Hold on.
They were either 3rd and 5th or 2nd and 4th. They were 2 rounds apart. I'm almost certain. Yeah, because Surratt was a 4th because the Raiders traded up to 401 and we're like, oh my God, they're taking Surratt to pair with Mendoza. And then they took McCoy, the cornerback, anyways.
Lane was a late 3rd, or sorry, mid 3rd, 316.
Really? I thought he was way earlier. Okay. But still, like, he went first. And he goes way later and usually undrafted compared to Surratt. And I'm like, are we sure? Do we want Tank Dell if he's here, or do we want one of these rookies, or do we want Bateman or some mystery wide receiver?
I kind of want a rookie. Our team's pretty. Yeah, I kind of want a rookie.
Brazell?
Yeah, I'll take Brazell or Fields. We don't have Dart on this team, right? No, it's Shuck 11. Yeah, I'll take Brazell. Like, he just was fun, and he's just gonna do 9 rounds. There's an option where he can
NFC
boom.
South. Yeah,
exactly. NFC South. We have Bucky too, right?
Yep.
NFC South, baby. Going to the bowl.
Alrighty, folks. That will do it for our 2nd draft. A more traditional 3-5-7-3 build this time. Jordan Love, Tyler Shuck, and Geno Smith as our quarterbacks. Went 3 running backs early. Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Walker, Bucky Irving. Tacked on Tony Pollard, 13 picks past ADP. Dylan Sampson, almost 20 picks past ADP. That's kind of wild. Wide receiver, Chris Olave, Roma Dunze, Christian Watson, Parker Washington, Omar Cooper Jr., Stephon Diggs, and Chris Brazell. And at tight end, we have Mark Andrews, Kenyon Sadiq, and Pat Fryermuth again. I don't think we've ever not drafted Pat Fryermuth. Can we continue the streak?
This is a roster that looks like kind of bad. I think if you told someone this was like your redraft roster, they'd be like, wow, what happened in that draft, man? I'm sorry, things went awry. But when you look at the end of season, like, you'll say, wow, this was actually a roster that had 2 like fantastic running backs. This had 2 QBs that, you know, every week they flip-flop who was going to score, who's going to break your roster, and the good old, like, wow, I can't believe they're actually good wide receivers. Roma Dunze and Christian Watson. Like, I do think if Christian Watson can play all 17 games, like, there's a world where he's like a top 10 wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like, that's within his realm, and he just has to stay on the dang field. Yep.
Well, I think that's why the wide receiver room feels like gross, but also fine. Of like, Olave's definitely the one on what we think is an ascending offense. Rome is not technically the one from a target share perspective, but still like the primary end zone target, still like a top 10 first round wide receiver pick, like still good for a good offense. Christian Watson is most likely the one on a good offense that if they pass any more than they have in the last 3 years, he's great. Like you already talked about Parker Washington of like, he could just be the best target earner on a good offense. And hey, we got him at pick 80. Like Omar Cooper Jr., obviously he's not the one, but like if Geno Smith is competent and they protect him like they are set up to, and their offense is actually like semi-surprising, like between Cooper and Sadiq, like someone's going to hit. Possibly both of them are going to hit. Stephon Diggs could go somewhere great that we're not thinking of, and he could be a wide receiver too somewhere. And it's like, hey, we've got the number 2 target or the number 3 target at worst at basically every wide receiver position. And then we've got a deep ball, like big play threat as our last wide receiver rookie who could become the 2. Probably not. I think Coker's better than him, but like he could just be good, or he could be good enough that he spikes twice. And that's all we care about is he spiked twice. He hit our lineup twice. And wide receivers not hitting our flex because 3 of our first 4 picks were running backs. And we also got like another like pretty locked in everyday starter at pick 89. Like, but the 2 of these 4, well, obviously 2 of these 4 are always playing, but like the other 3 between Irving, Pollard, and Sampson, like they're fighting for that flex every week. So it feels good.
It's all about like readjusting your mindset of not getting like lost in the sauce. Like you mentioned it earlier in this draft, we rebounded pretty well. There was a moment that we kind of were like, we're boxed out of QB. Now we have to take these picks, but now we're losing value on wide receiver. And now what are we going to do? So making sure staying very flexible in these drafts is going to pay dividends for sure.
Yeah. Because like the decision point was we take Pollard, massive ADP faller. We were between all of these quarterbacks. We would have had to backstack one of them. It probably would have meant that we would have not gone both quarterbacks here and just gone one of them and had gone, maybe we went Mahomes in the 8th and then we took Love in the 9th or we took Worthy in the 9th and Shuck in the 10th. But then our 4th running back, like, we're never in a great position after that where it's like, yeah, that's a clear guy to pick. Like, Aaron Jones is gone by the time we're up in the 12th. Both Vikings are gone. Rashad White's gone. It's Woody Marks. It's Pacheco. It's Keaton Missile. Like, it's just gone after that. Like, the next most interesting running back is probably Tyler Algier in the 14th. So, like, I think we made the right choice. Like Pollard feels so much better than all of those guys. And like, yes, Mahomes and all those quarterbacks feel great, but unless they're a top 5 quarterback, they're just the exact same as all the rest of these quarterbacks. We just had that conversation. They're all scoring the same. So I think Pollard, we panicked, but I think we made the right choice when it was all said and done.
Yeah, and maybe we got a starting running back on a new ascending offense.
Yeah.
Maybe we lucked out here. As a faller.
I mean, he had terrible touchdown luck last season. Like the offense was bad, but he was fine. He didn't, especially the back half of the season. He was playing pretty well, actually. He was good for fantasy. Like now he gets Brian Dable. They have an actual wide receiver core and not respectfully like Iomanor and Chimere Dike, who are now like their wide receiver 4 and 5. Like feels good to me. Already focused. Yeah. Love that draft. That's going to do it for us tonight, though, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have not signed up already for Underdog and you want to do so, please use that promo code you see in the bottom right of your screen, FN Plus, FNPLUS. You can scan that QR code as well. We'll take you to the sign up. Pretty sure it is still set so that if you play $5 you will get $75 in bonus funds you can use on drafting, more pick'ems, whatever you want to do. And we haven't mentioned it enough, but we're going to start mentioning it a bit more. We are back for another season of running Super League. It is a charity best ball tournament, somewhat similar to Scott Fishbowl. It is for charity, for Extra Life kids, right?
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
Yep. So they do great work with children who have cancer, any type of sickness that they're dealing with. We are most likely going to be doing some fun content around that in the future, so keep your eyes out for that as well. But if you haven't signed up for Super League and you want to, is the link in the description? Maybe
for this one, not today, but we will have that. It's almost everywhere. So it's definitely in our Discord. It's definitely on Blue Sky. Yeah, it's wherever you can find us. We'll send it over to you, and we'll make sure that the link gets added to the description as well.
Absolutely. Fun tournament. Lots of good people in that tournament. Drafting best ball, having a fun contest to see who can draft the best. And I think that'll do it for us tonight, folks. Have a great rest of your week. Have a safe rest of your Monday. And you will most likely see us back next week talking a lot about the NFL schedule release. So until then, see you later.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.